Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I am Steve Shaw, editorial director at TigerFitness.com, also known as the big, hairy, ugly dude. Kids, the big, hairy, ugly dude who actually lifts. Guess what? It's Friday. It's Friday, and that means it's epic meal time. I'm going to go home and eat something epic involving a meal. Guys, I was asked a question whether I would take advice from someone who's been training for about 4 to 5 years, theoretically, hypothetically, if I would take advice from someone who's been training for, say, 4 to 5 years, but has barely made any beginner gains. They've gained about maybe 5 to 8 pounds of muscle mass. Would I take advice from someone who's been training 4 to 5 years and maybe eked out half of their beginner gains, maybe look like they've actually only experienced about 6 months of beginner gains? Would I take advice from this person? Should you take advice from this person? This isn't a cut and dried answer. I can't give you just a cut and dried answer and say yes or no. This person could know a lot about training, but I got to tell you what, even if this person knows, I'm going to be honest here, even if this person knows a lot about training, if they've only gained a half a year of beginner gains in 4 to 5 years, something is broken, and you need to understand that. Something is broken. I've seen a lot of people who understand a lot of things about training over the years. Over the years, I've seen tons of guys that were very knowledgeable on training, and they knew all the diet information, they knew all the supplement information, but when you looked at their body, guess what? You could hardly tell they actually lifted. Their lifts totals were subpar, their muscle mass was subpar, and here's what goes on. A lot of guys know the information, but they just don't have the desire to apply the information. Say when it comes to building muscle, a lot of guys know they need to eat to build more muscle mass. But a lot of guys are so afraid of eating too many calories and gaining fat that they just don't do it. So they know the information, but secretly behind closed doors, they don't apply the information. Or, on the other hand, you get another group of guys who know how hard they should be pushing in the gym for progressive overload, but guess what? They don't do it. Why? Because it's too damn hard, kids. It's too damn hard. They don't come out and say that on forums. They don't come out and say that on Facebook. But when you go train with them in person, I'll guarantee they don't train as hard as you think they do. Not putting people down here, kids. Not putting people down. But look, there's a lot of guys that have all the information. There's a lot of guys that know all the information, but there aren't a lot of guys that apply this information. So if you got someone who's been training for 4 to 5 years and has barely eked out any substantial amount of beginner gains, maybe 6 months worth of beginner gains, you got to understand that something is broken. This guy might know the information, but they're not applying it. So what about the guy that really appears to be working hard in the gym and appears to know everything and has his own theories on everything and is so super well educated on everything, but still at the end of the day doesn't lift a lot, doesn't really have an impressive physique, even after 4 to 5 years? What is going on, big, hairy, ugly dude? What is going on? I'll tell you what. If you train 4 to 5 years and you become so super smart and you think you know it all and you think you have it all figured out, but you only have made about 6 months worth of beginner gains, you need to take your ego out of your head, set it down, and smash it with a sledgehammer and start listening. You can think you have it all figured out, and I've met some brainiacs over the years who think they have it all figured out, who just think they've unlocked the magic secret and they've read all the studies and they've compiled all the studies and they have it all figured out and they put it together in some magical training program and they preach to others how to train and how to eat. And they might even stick to this protocol. They stick to their training protocol. They stick to their diet protocol, and they ain't making any progress. And guys, I can tell you, I've seen this. I've seen it many times. It doesn't happen very often, but you get one of these brainiacs who thinks they know every damn thing about lifting and training, and they put together theories, and they're doing the pumpy work, and they're doing this and they're that, and everything's planned out and over-detailed and over-analyzed and over-bullshitted. And you know what? What they really need is just to get to the damn gym, pick up some compound movements, or start training with some compound movements, barbells and dumbbells, eating more food and pushing for progression like their life was dependent on it. Forget all the studies. If you got somebody who has all the studies, knows all the studies, and compiled their own program, but looks like absolute shit after 4 to 5 years of training, it's not that they're some hard gainer, blah, 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 blah. It's not that they're not smart. It's that they're not wise. Kids are not wise. They can't see beyond their own ego to see something's broken and maybe what they have created isn't freaking working. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, there's a Q&A link below. Come on over, post your question in that Q&A link. I answer every question posted. And if you've made it this far in this video and you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I would appreciate the support, kids. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And if you're on Instagram, check me out at Ben the Barman.